Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends, playing Sui's one-off, Kill Everyone with Beholders, I think is the title of this one. And quick recap of what the party's been up to. We have found a cave. This cave has a beholder in it, like all caves. And we have walked across this cave on the ice, found some ice tendrils, tentacles beneath, tentacles above. It's kind of some people's fantasy land, I guess. We've managed to dodge through the tentacles, ignoring it. We're not going to kill the creature. The creature's an ambush predator. I guess it could sneak up on us much later, but for now we're just going to move on past. We feel like it's just a hazard more than it is a fight to be had. And we're going to keep looking for the beholder. During the intermission, we did look up the Gloomstalker ability, Umbral Sight. It does look like it is permanent, a bonus. If the enemy can only detect you using Dark Sight and you are in darkness, it can't see you. So I guess it's permanent advantage, which is crazy fucking talk.
And disadvantage against attacks against you.
Yeah, it's crazy talk for that. And yeah, but that also means our bard, who has a group heal or group temporary HP increase, can't see me either. So we can't benefit from that. So instead of being like 40 HP around because like 4 or 5 targets, it's 8 HP around because it's only 1 target. So well. Synergy. All right, well, let's get going. So we've made it we're outrunning the ice. The ice. Hold on a minute. So
that is currently the.
We dropped a Furbolg on the ice, and rather than punching a hole, this has now created like a whole like the ice lake is just collapsing like in layers behind us.
Yeah, that is exactly right. There are 2 more rounds until the whole thing blows.
I want you to bring that kind of destructive power to the beholder. That's what I want to see.
It's going to be way more destructive than that.
Oh, Mira, this time it looks like you almost became the fish. Why did you have to do that? How are we going to get out now?
You're just screaming at each other while running. I'm actually going to keep this in combat time because
sure.
Alina, you're 190 from the midpoint or the point where the impact was, and you can actually see the edge of the lake. It's roughly 110 feet away from you. Harmony, you're at 150. You can't see the edge of the lake. And Mira, you're at 105 here. As this ticks down to 2 rounds, so it's Mira, your turn. I assume.
Oh, sorry, Mira's turn. Yep, go ahead.
Yep, I assume you're going to be taking the dash action unless you decide to suicide here. Yep. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because this ice is starting to chunk up under your feet. It's starting to.
Yeah, they made a movie about this where ice chases people. I didn't go see it because it sounded pretty bad.
All right, you slip after like 10 feet and fall prone. So you move 10. I assume you're going to get back up, which is half your remaining movement, and then you move another 10, so that brings you to 125.
So yeah, I believe getting up from prone is half your total movement, not half your remaining.
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think so too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. Well,
Is that half of your? That's only 15 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm dashing.
It's a 5 difference. I put you to 120 though. It might make a difference because you're gonna.
So I would
make
move 40 feet total that turn.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go from 105 to 145.
45 feet total that turn.
Yeah. You were at 10. Oh, was 45 the total? Oh, 45 was the total. Yeah. So you're at 150. You're caught up to harm. Well, it's not bounding. You're all running by your side, but combat time, right? So, yeah. Harmony, same thing. I need to make a dex saving throw.
Hang on. Okay, is that okay?
I mean, assuming you're running, if you want to stop, you don't have to.
You said like, I'm out of character. You said it's 2 turns. So in character, do we know that's how long we have sort of to get to the edge?
Yeah, you can see that it's breaking up pretty significantly. Okay. Like you're not sure.
Can I judge that I'm not going to make it then by dashing every turn? Because that's the maths, right? I'm not going to make it. So do I know that? Can I make a roll to see if my character knows that I'm not going to make it running in time?
Sure. Give me a wisdom check.
Sounds like investigation, right? Because you're putting together pieces of clues from your environment.
Investigation. Yeah, that sounds good.
Intelligence again, I believe.
Sure, investigate me.
Nice.
Yep, you know you're not gonna make it in time if you just keep running.
Would that same roll let Adam know that Mira Taurus isn't gonna make it either?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like little smug smile.
Yeah, like you guys are like, oh shit, this is not good. And as this
Okay, so I'm gonna run over to Mira.
Sure.
And I'm gonna cast Dimension Door, and I'm gonna teleport us forward.
Link is
however
up.
far I need to go to get to the edge.
I think you can do that without seeing the target, right? For Dimension Door,
right.
you just be able to estimate it.
Yeah.
When you visualize, yep. All right, you two teleport to the edge of this rock, and then
Why must I always save the day?
I need you to make a dex saving throw as well, Olina.
I'm in the radius of this at 100 feet ahead of them.
Oh, it's you're 110 feet from the shore, and it's the whole ice cave is like splintering. You can see them on the shore now, safely in front of you.
No. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller. I'm larger than you.
Yeah, awkward.
What?
No, you're not larger. You're still a medium creature. You just count
You're
as
still a
one
medium.
larger. You count as one larger for carrying capacity and strength checks.
Oh.
Yeah, you're still a medium person.
You're still a medium
super
creature.
strong.
Yeah, you're just good at carrying.
Strength. Do large creatures get advantage on strength checks like grapple breaks?
I
bet
think
you
it's
they
just
do.
I think it's just for carrying capacity.
Well, what's the point of having the thing say carrying capacity and strength checks if there's no strength
Does
check?
it say that?
This seems like a very
Determining comparison as the weight you can
edgy
push. It's for the weight you can push, drag, or lift,
Oh, I see.
not
Okay.
actual.
But what about his
strength
bench
checks.
press? Is that also
I
improved?
bet there's a ruling
Yeah,
on
you
that.
can you can bench press real good. I bet.
All right, so I need to make a dex save. You said.
There probably is though. Yep, dex save.
All right, sure.
DC 15. You fall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
So-
get up again. Keep running.
Sure. So, 15 to get up. So you move.
How likely would it be that one of my arrows has a rope attached to it?
Pretty unlikely, probably, unless you specifically tie
fucking
the rope to
ranger.
for some reason.
You don't think
Unless
I
you-
prepare for this type of stuff?
Maybe. Sure, I'll let you do it. Why not?
All right.
Go for it.
And I'm invisible to because there's no trees and the roof is not. It's nothing's gonna stick in it. The only thing that I can really stick an arrow into is Steve.
Yep,
So-
that is true.
I am going to attempt to stick an arrow in him with a rope attached to it to be able to pull myself out when I can't make it to. I mean, I'm not gonna make it, right? Like I was 100 foot ahead apparently, and the ice has already caught me somehow.
Yeah, if you're only moving 15 feet this turn, you're going to 205.
No,
so you're
no,
about
I would
95.
I would
from
move
the edge.
45 this turn, right?
Yeah, you'd move
You-
45. Because
You can't dash as a bonus action. Dash is your action. So if you're making an
Oh,
attack,
I understand. I'm trying to decide if I need to make an attack or if I
Oh,
need to keep running.
so if you take, you'll go to 235 if you take the dash action, or 205 if you don't.
All right, but
So
what do I have
next
to get
turn
to
you-
with safety?
It's 300. So you would be 235. So you'd be 5 feet short. You'd be like right at the cusp.
And what?
When
That's
this-
still like 100 foot down?
Fine.
Does that mean I get my feet wet? Like, is it like 2 inches
Can't
deep
we
at
like
the
throw him
cusp?
a rope or something on the way?
Yeah, we can throw you a rope. You're just looking for a weird justification to shoot an arrow at me.
Yeah.
Just keep running
That's
like
exactly
a normal
what's
fucking
Well,
going
I'm
on.
not
person.
making for a
Fucking
justification. I'm
bitch.
trying to see would that be what I need to do to save myself and therefore the party?
I'm
Well, this-
running on ice. It's breaking. It's shattering.
this-
I'm
this
going
is-
to
this is
drown
not-
in freezing water. Should I shoot an arrow at Steven?
Yes.
This is your second option.
That was my. That's what that was.
I'm
First
a-
was should I try to drink the entire lake before I drowned in it, and B was
Okay.
shoot arrow at Steven.
That would be a real bad idea because like as this water is
That's
breaking, like
perfect.
as you hit the ground, you can like smell chlorine through this ice.
Chlorine? It's a
Yeah,
pool.
it smells. This water is just drenched in chlorine. It smells.
All right. I'm just running as fast as I can then.
All right, sure. So 235. Mira, what would you like to do?
Is
Crickety
this-
crack. One
Is this
turn.
considered rough terrain ice that is falling apart and breaking, like
It's
hazardous movement?
It's going to be next turn.
I'm going to shelter from any arrows that may be coming from the ice. I've been in a party with
All right,
Liza
fantastic.
for a while.
Dodge action. Harmony.
I prepare my rope to throw towards Liza.
All right, fantastic. Liza.
Um,
DC. Oh, make a dex save. Or are you running? Are you staying? What are you
I'm
doing?
running.
All right, dex save.
All right. I have
Oh,
plus
no.
8, and I've rolled a 10 and a 9 in 2 rounds.
You actually fall and like your left leg gets caught in this ice.
I'm like I'm sorry, and I
And
shoot an
you
arrow
like
at Steve.
you're like trying to scramble back up. You're like trying to scramble back up, and you loose this arrow with this rope. It Miratoris.
Well, actually, what's the? I mean, do I see? I mean, I can see him, right? Like,
Yeah, you can see.
So I
this.
see that he's taking like a dodge stance, right? Like he looks like he's like all like fucking back and forth on arrows. So I'm gonna shoot the easier target. I'm gonna shoot because I want to live. I mean, this motivation is not to shoot Steve. The motivation is to live. So I'm gonna shoot Harmony instead.
Very convenient. Shooting Steve was the next thing your brain went. That's all I'm saying.
Make an attack roll.
All right. And he can't see me because I'm in darkness, so it's at advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
I think it's. Yep. All right. It sinks in. Roll for damage.
Yeah, this is like a grappling arrow though. Lots of barbs, but not. It's not like a man killer. It's not designed to
Very
penetrate armor.
difficult to remove.
Yeah.
Will infect the wound and.
All right.
Well, it's not poisoned.
Roll a d6 and add half your dex modifier.
Half my dex modifier. Okay.
So d6 plus 2. So 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Piercing.
I rolled high on the damage roll. That's generally good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Not in this situation, but that's fine.
All right.
And I assume you're wrapping this rope like around your arms or whatever, right?
Yep. And I am gonna be. If I think I'm going under, I'm holding my breath because I don't want to breathe this. I don't want to swallow this shit.
Yeah. All right.
Ow!
The red like
always me.
as you sink this arrow in, like the ice collapses out from underneath you, and like you're waist deep at this point. And Miratoris, what would you like to do?
He's waist deep.
Yeah, he's like waist deep. He's slipping off this ice. Like he's got the arrow
Mira.
and the rope. No, not Mira.
Oh.
Olina is. He's slipping down.
Harmony, are you okay? Liza, come quickly. Harmony has been shot.
He presumably lost his torch when he got sucked up in the roof, dropped and fell, and got teleported.
You know how this goes, Mira. Help pull this rope. Your friend's attached to this.
He's got the torch like.
Okay,
stuck
I
in
will
it.
pull on the rope. I will look a little bit confused, but
Ooh,
perhaps
this-
the kinetic demonstration.
Give me an
like-
athletics check.
No,
but
no.
you get-
Surely he can
Yeah.
pull twice as much.
Nope.
He's a
Yeah,
Furborg.
it's the powerful build. So I'm gonna give
Are
you.
Are you sure that you don't want me to
advantage
roll
on this roll?
-1 acrobatics on this?
Nope, you get an advantage on an athletics test here. See if you can pull him, and you can pull him up to your movement. All right, you move him 20 feet, so that puts you at 255.
As a ranger, do I have water skis equipped to my bottom of my feet during this?
You
Unfortunately,
don't even prepare for this?
Harmony, what would you like to do?
I will spend my whole turn pulling on the rope as well.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Good.
Oh, you
I
crush it.
nailed
No, you rolled a critical success, right?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said failed it. You said nailed it.
No,
Excuse
nailed
me.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pull him to 285
It's like, ow.
feet.
So I'm like,
So you like
I'm like
you're
15
like,
foot
oh.
away.
Yeah, you're like 15 foot away.
All right, I
need
take
you-
my second arrow with a rope in it, and I shoot Steve.
Well, hold on. You need to do things over here. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Dude, you're making this up. No one in
Dude,
no one in the world would ever take resilient con over fucking sharpshooter in this scenario. Now you're giving me a reason to use a con save. I'm aware of this. I'm seeing through the screen here. This is breaching that fourth wall that I don't want. All right, con save.
Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
You succeed. You take roll me a d6. You take 1d6 cold damage.
Okay.
Fantastic. You take 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Miratoris, let's have at it.
To be fair, would
It's still your turn, actually.
Yeah, I
You get to
got
do
a couple
something.
questions. The first of which, Harmony uses dark sight to see me. There's no light sources here, so she can't see me at all.
Nope.
Even now.
She can hear you splashing and
You're within
thrashing.
15
probably.
feet.
Yeah. Oh, you're
You're
in range of the
you're within
torch.
Oh, there's
15
torch.
feet.
Okay, he's got a torch then. Okay.
She can see you. She can hear you struggling against this ice, and it's just
Okay.
disgusting.
And what do you?
Presumably, she can see the end of the rope where it's attached to you, but then just nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we can
Until I
intuit
pull him into the
that
light.
you are there.
Well, I think that's
Oh, you got it.
investigation. what do I need to do for you, Tsui? You want me to do it?
I gave you your contract, and you can what would you like to do?
How
Are you
deep
gonna
is
try
the
to
water
swim
right
it?
now? At 15 foot out.
Like you're not touching the floor. Do you want to if you look down?
No, I want to pull along the rope. I don't really want to swim. I mean, I'll
It-
kick
it-
as I'm
it-
doing it, but I want to use my arms on the rope to pull.
All right, give me an athletics test, and I need Harmony to give me a strength saving throw.
Can I use acrobatics or do I need to use athletics? It's okay either way. I have them both proficient for some reason as a ranger.
This is a very athletic thing to be doing.
That's
you're
fine.
pulling-
I have athletics proficiency as a dex-based ranger with negative.
You
one
wanna
strength.
trade?
No, I got this. I'm 19 athletics with my. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, it's a good thing you passed that strength saving throw. All right, you pull yourself to shore. You are fucking freezing though. You are uncomfortably cold because you're just
Are we
soaking
still in combat?
in water. Nope. Combat
Okay.
turn. It's
I'm gonna immediately begin casting prestidigitation on
Oh, smart.
Liza and just start warming and like up bits of her clothes and stuff. And
Yeah, you
kinda
can probably
keep it-
remove the water too. That should probably be a really
Yeah.
good start.
awesome. That is actually excellent. So that actually warms you up pretty quickly because it's magic, which is pretty sweet. And like as she's doing that, you notice that where you're at, there's a hill cresting up. Where's the draw tool?
already two heroic deeds. Oh,
You wanna
what would you
do-
do without me?
Thank you, Harmony. And I kind of just glare at Minotaurus.
I'm gonna-
I can't see you glaring at me.
That's
I'm
correct.
gonna rip, so. I'm gonna have to take this arrow out now.
I'll say no. I need the head back. I know you want to cut the cord, but this is saved
I'm not
my
gonna
life.
cut it. Well, I'm gonna like try and like, because I know this is the case with you. You
It's
already
eas-
said
I
this.
say it's easier to push it all the way through.
Are you doing that?
Pushing it through? No. I don't
Really?
think
How
so.
deep is it? It might actually.
What
be
do you mean,
easy.
like through the
It
other
was-
side?
Yeah,
It was-
it's a
it was
barb.
deep.
You want to pull it out?
It was deep. It was deep enough that it didn't come out when you were tugging on it from your direction, Filthy. So
Should we do? Okay, well then I guess I'm gonna trust in whatever the
And-
ranger thinks
and-
is the safest way. To
And
do
I do
this.
the standard, kind of like, count to 3, and then I go on 2.
Okay.
Where
Do
are
I
you
take take damage for that then? Does he remove it?
Are you pulling it through?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
pushing it
Sorry.
through.
Yeah. Roll a d4.
Where did this hit you? Like in the heart or
I presume like the
No, I
shoulder or
aimed kidney.
kidney.
kidney?
It's just 2 of them.
Shut up.
Redundancy.
All right. So you take 1 point of piercing damage. So before you, you can kind of see a hill slowly sloping up from here, and in this direction there is.
The world's worst ranger. Don't rangers have heal? Why don't I have fucking heal?
You don't have cure wounds. You have berries.
I have berries.
Yeah, you have good berries.
Next time you go to the doctor and you're like the doctor's just like looks at you strangely and you're like why aren't you fucking doing something, doctor? And he just like hands you a berry. I want you to remember this moment.
Are
All
are
right.
you injured?
No, I was trying to heal you. I took a little damage, but I was looking to heal you. So you can
That's
see me
fine.
at this moment.
Are you able to see each other's health bars, by the way?
Yeah.
I can see
can't-
mine.
I can't
I've
see
made
my
mine.
own.
I'm manually updating mine.
Steve's.
I don't
Like
think you
the
have
reason
yours-
my character has one is that I'm manually updating
Yeah,
it.
me too.
It's not linked to my character.
Oh, I see.
Sheet.
Okay.
I don't actually know how to do that right now, and I'm not going to worry about it. So, off in this direction, you see light cresting over this hill, and directly above you, about 40 feet, there's a giant hole that opens that's going upward. And you can actually see from where you're standing, Alina, that it splits off into 2 paths. One back the direction you came from, and one directly up.
Directly
And by
up.
up, you mean like north, or you
By
mean
up, I mean-
vertical?
By up, I mean vertically up.
Ooh. So are we a side scroller when I look at this map right now?
This is side scroller. Yes,
This is side scroller, so that's above us.
correct.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
what's
cast-
the yellow square again?
There's a light source coming from up over that hill. You can't see where it's at because of like the hill comes up above your height, but there's light coming cresting down over that hill. Which direction would you like? I assume you're going to go somewhere, not backwards, but which direction would you like to go?
Um,
Forwards.
So I'm going to cast Healing Word just to heal 6 there.
You got it.
So that's above. That's like a cave system above us.
Give me. Oh, why don't all of you roll me a nature check?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Know all about caves.
Miratos, you know this is what beholders do. They float, so they make vertical shafts everywhere to discourage people from coming into their lairs. That is what they do.
What? He like brings like a fucking like front like what is
And
a
they do
digging
that.
tool?
They do this because they can disintegrate shit with their eye beams.
Oh, I see. Right.
What's
They
this?
just carve the rock out.
So
That's
light
how
source,
far away
we
is
don't
it?
know yet.
It's
How far?
not. It's roughly 90 feet from where you are, like the crest of this hill. This is not to scale on this page here. The light source, you can't tell how far away it is, but you can see that it's definitely really bright. Like it's almost daylight level bright.
And we were hired by a lich to do this.
I know, right?
You weren't hired by him. You all serve him, but whatever. Yes.
We serve a lich.
Yes. He's
Lich,
not
So
a bad lich either. He's a good guy, honestly. Like he.
But
treats really
okay,
good
so
services.
it's been established that a lich could be good and able to be conversed with, and you have negotiations with it. Maybe the beholder can be too.
Yeah.
It's possible. It depends
Laser
on.
beams.
Give
Ground.
me another
Cool.
nature check.
About beholders?
Yeah, to see if just to see if I can.
God,
give you
let's
some...
all roll natural ones here. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
All right. You don't know if that's accurate, but you've only ever actually heard of a single beholder like that lives alongside people. Traditionally, they tend towards being xenophobic, and most of them are quite paranoid.
Megalomania too, right?
They are the definition of narcissistic personality disorder.
Okay.
To like the nth degree because they're hyper intelligent.
Wait a minute, I didn't need to. Oh shit.
They're ego streamers.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
we take a shot? Okay. Can we?
Can we take a short rest? I mean,
was
you
gonna
can
say,
try.
I could catnap.
Well,
Does that work?
it only takes 10 minutes. You want me to go scout while you're doing that? I could go have a look at this light source. Problem is, I think you're unconscious during that. So
All unconscious.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also don't you have tiny hut? Do we need to use that yet? I feel like we don't.
No, I got rid of that because you said catnap works better.
Oh,
Get tiny hut.
tiny
again.
hut's for all of us.
Yeah,
I thought
get
this
tiny
was-
hut instead of
Catnap's
catnap.
one. Oh, up to 3 willing creatures. Yeah, I guess you could because it's
Yeah, it's just that we fall unconscious for 10 minutes instead of being inside a house where we're invulnerable.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
a slight
difference in
that
power.
would be different.
There's a slight large
Yeah.
chance that you're just dead if you
Well,
do
why would we
that.
why would we ever catnap over hut then? What's the good part about catnap?
It takes 10 minutes instead of an hour.
And someone
Yeah.
else can be on watch. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
could just do it. We could just do it twice though. I can.
Well, but the
Well,
hut, the huts literally were invulnerable in the hut.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
guys-
if you want to do the hut instead, it doesn't matter to me. If you want to swap it out in the middle of this, it doesn't. I put the hut there for a reason. I assumed you
Should
were
we do
going
that
to
then?
Let's get in the hut and warm Liza up.
You guys want to take a short rest right now?
Yep.
I'm okay to go for a little further.
I'll use a hit dice to get my 4 hit points back. Now I'm great.
All right. If you want to spend a third level spell slot to go in the hut, that's fine. Right now, if you would like to do that.
Do you need it? Are you worried about your inspirations? Because I'm not worried about a rest right now. I feel
No,
like
that's okay. I was just an idea in case we
yeah,
needed
yeah.
to.
I think it'll be good, but let's save it
carry
for
on.
a little bit left. Yeah. I mean, really, if it gets real bad with the beholder, we just go in the hut for an hour.
There's no way we can long rest, right? So I'm just trying to be quite conservative with these spells, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
How
All
many-
right. Well,
And we just pick a friend. Like if we go into the hut, you can dimension door somewhere away from the beholder. Just one guy can't come, and he just. Anyways, okay. So I'm gonna go up and
One
scout.
of us shot Adam with an arrow, and one of us didn't.
I thanked him. Thank you very much.
all right. So, which direction would you guys like? You want to go towards this light, Filthy?
Yeah, I'm gonna check that first. Being very cautious. Do you want me to stealth roll again, or we're just still using the one from the beginning of the game?
You can roll another stealth check, and I think you have advantage on it as well because you have boots of
That's
kind,
right.
right?
Boots of Elven I'll take the 25.
All right, just put it in. If you want to just put it in your blue thing, that would be good. So I don't have to scroll back up later. And your blue thing on your character token. So you crest this hill, and before you see a huge pit, maybe about 100 feet across. There is a giant orb in the middle of this pit, and looking down into the pit, it is filled with wooden stakes, iron stakes, all kinds of fucking pointy objects. And give me a perception test. All right. And the walls and ceiling look like normal stone to you. The floor underneath the spikes looks like normal stone. And you can see a staircase just on the other side of this pit that is currently extremely brightly lit.
I think it wants us to go up the stairs.
So I'm understanding this correctly. I've come up. There's a pit where this light source is, with stairs going out of the pit. Does this pit cover all of our ability to progress this way?
Yeah, it's just like all the way to the walls. There's a huge thing in the floor, just spikes on spikes on spikes on spikes. There's a floating orb in the middle of it. There's another lip up on the other side, like on this one, like a sheer drop. Comes out to the right, and then the stairs go up from there.
What's worse, going through what is clearly an obstacle of some sort, or climbing versus a flying creature with disintegration eyeballs?
Probably this obstacle. It's probably easier.
I cannot fly, but I can throw one of you a very long way.
I don't think 100 feet.
Okay.
Well, I'll get 2 attempts, right? Maybe the second time I can get there.
That is true.
All right. Well, I'll come back, of course, and share that. And
All right.
yeah.
What would y'all like to do?
Should we come back with like maybe the Lich? He could help with this.
Can we see the top of the stairs?
No, it curves off. It just looks like it. You can't see the room that they lead into, assuming they lead into a room. It goes up vertically. Like they
It's
build.
the highest of the stairs I can see.
Hmm.
Like
And
how far along?
It's maybe another 15, no, probably about another 20 feet up from the level of where you're standing at the edge of that cliff face down to the deal-em-a-bobs.
That's
I have
found
a
Earth
similar
is
tiny
this.
hut. I was
Yeah,
just
it's
looking at
tiny
spells. Okay. Well, I have some.
you want to try and stealth around it, or do we want to? Like,
Yeah, I do. I would definitely want to stealth around here. Do we want to? Should I pass without a trace us and see if we can group stealth through here? I mean, I've just been scouting, but like maybe we're now to the point where we're actually in the Beholder's lair, and it might be nice not to be detected till a little bit later.
Yeah, put the light out, and then I'll just guide Mira.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to tell him about the stake in the pit and the traps before we put the light out, or just tell him lights
Well,
out here?
the whole stateroom is lit up.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
bright light there, like it's daylight. You can see perfectly fine there.
Stealthing in that's probably
Oh,
like.
What's the height of the ceiling here?
It is 40 feet. So is the entrance to that hole that leads vertically. It's about 40 feet.
And it's 100 feet that way, so 40 feet, 100 feet.
And it curves off to the left here. You can see that it kind of does one of those, and the other shaft goes straight up. Oh, shit.
So
One.
I'm gonna walk up to the edge and look at this orb. Can you does it look solid or like a magical?
It's
magic or what is it?
It's obviously some sort of magic. It's projecting light, and it just kind of looks like a bright yellowish orb of light of some sort.
Can I identify it in any way?
Sure, give me
Magically?
an Arcana check. It is not a traditional daylight spell, but it's some variation therein. It might be a magical item imbued to constantly be casting daylight, or it might just be a really potent daylight spell that's been cast over and over and over and over there. Either way, it is bright and light.
Well, I have some questions about that too. I was thinking of potentially casting my darkness spell over it to block it, but if it is a level 3 daylight spell, it will dispel the darkness. Can I get some sense of how that would work without actually casting on it? Do I sense the potency of this device?
It's far more. It's way beyond your capability to destroy it with your magical darkness if you cast it at the 2nd or 3rd level. Okay. It's an 18 on Arcana. It's like a 6th level effect.
What if we both did that spell? Because I have it as well.
I would let you do a... I would let you do a... what's the word I'm looking here for? A roll against the DC is 10.
Do we actually benefit from you guys putting the light out?
I
guess we're
have
just
dark vision.
I guess we're just thinking, like, well, if we suddenly end up in a battle and we need to remove that light source, now we know how. I don't know why we would, but... Alright, well...
Yeah, if you both cast...
So this room is completely lit and we can't see anything in this room that looks dangerous or looks like it's going to hurt us or anything like that at all.
I mean, the floor is loaded with stakes and spikes down in that pit. Yeah, like all of it. They're spread out enough that it looks like you could maybe try to like wiggle through them, but it would be a real pain in the ass.
So we start putting our way through this now, maybe?
I mean, we could try to climb across it. I mean, I could... Is it just rock on the other side? What's the staircase made of? Can I stick a grappling hook into something?
Yeah, the staircase is rock, yes.
Well, I mean, I can attach a grappling hook to something too. Like, I guess
you can make a 60-foot rope, just attach in the air with that spell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just for the purposes of this. You guys have as much rope and candles and random shit from the player's handbook as you want. So, like, if you want to try to get a grappling hook over there, grappling hook weighs like 5 pounds or something. It's going to be a difficult DC, but if you want to try to shoot one over there or like throw one over there, you could do it.
Well, I could create a I could do the rope trick like midway through. It's 100-foot across, right? So we could do it like I do it 60-foot diagonally kind of up, and we could basically swing across from it.
Yep.
You could try that, yes, if you want to try to sink it into the ceiling.
Oh,
is that what you're thinking?
No, I assumed the ceiling was rock, and that it wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna be able to sink a metal arrowhead into that. If there is something I can attach a grappling hook into the ceiling, then and I can see something like that, please let me know. But I was thinking of using rope trick to do this.
Oh, you could try to like, it's rock, like a grappling hook it will probably sink in there. This is mostly limestone, so if you gave it a good nice tug, you could probably get it secured into one of the stalactites,
a fair number of grappling hooks, considering what I use them for: piercing allies, piercing
like
rocks.
You have all sorts of. You have all sorts of climbing gear and shit too. Yeah. Like you can.
And it's have I got the button working on my shoes yet for those water skis, or is that still busted?
No, I don't think you have that. Okay. No, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I will try that. I'll say, clearly we don't want to walk through this pit. Let me try this, and I'll shoot an arrow with a grappling hook attached to it into the ceiling with the attempt to set up a point we can swing across.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll at a -5. So I'll just add the -5 at the end because the grappling hook weighs quite a bit. 17.
Do you want to sorry, go on.
No. Go ahead and ask your question.
I was going to ask, do you have guidance as a cleric?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
I can give you guidance on that.
Do we use
So add a D4.
Yep, add a D4. It's fine. I'll let it go for here.
Okay.
So you rolled a 13. So the grappling hook sinks in. How far out are you shooting this grappling hook, by the way?
I'm looking to get something. I guess I'm not there to eyeball it, so it's hard to say that. But I guess what I'm looking for is a swing with the rope, so we can get to the other side.
Okay, so assuming you get it, I mean, you probably can get it like 40 feet in there. And are you holding the other end of the rope here?
It's kind of attached to a very long line. So it's not like I have to like catch it as it shoots out. It's just when it hits, like I have it still attached to me.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Built
Like
into my climbing harness.
you have the rope or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You got it.
All right. I'll say to Taurus here. I'll say, Mira, we need to make sure this will hold weight. And you're the heaviest weight. Before we risk anyone swinging across this, could you try tugging on it and see if it's firmly established?
I will tug on the rope.
Give me a athletics check. I think size. I'm just gonna give you advantage. I'll have to look up the actual size rule because it's a pull. It was a little bit loose at the start, but when you pull it, you like sink a couple of the hooks pretty deeply into that
like a
limestone
roper or something up there.
Yeah, it's pretty sizably stuck into this limestone. Like it gives a little bit, and you drag it like a tiny bit, but it like wedges itself between two rocks, and it is very much affixed now. Yes.
Right. Well, I think we're in luck. We ready to go? Anyone have any objections?
Ladies first. I grab the rope.
Oh, you drop. So you grab it or drop it?
I grab it to go first.
Okay.
All right. So I assume you're gonna get a running start here. Yeah.
Do we want to try to do this stealthily? How do we stealthily swing across?
I don't think I'm gonna be able. I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, running
So what
start.
do you want me to do? Yeah, running start. Like I'll.
I'm gonna give you guidance.
Thank God.
Cute.
All right. So make in at
Oh, it's gonna be athletics or
athletics test.
acrobatics probably somewhere. In here.
athletics or acrobatics test, and you can also do the Mountain Dew. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought right in the middle of what I was saying. God damn it.
Well, good improvisation. I didn't notice at all.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sponsor us, Mountain Dew. I don't even drink soda, but whatever.
The taste of a fresh Barry's Red Bull.
I was gonna. What's your strength score?
10.
It's a 10, right? So your jump distance is 20 feet by default, right? It's 2 times your strength score for long jump.
Sure.
All right, sweet. So give me. Do an athletics or acrobatics test.
Okay. So it's this +2 because of Jack of all trades. Oh.
Make it look easy.
All right. You
I
crush. You like run. You jump and you swing. You're swinging real good. You hit right about 7 degrees on. You hit like right about the how the hell do degrees work? I'm real bad right now.
It was 360
This is
of them. What are you looking
207.
for?
Yeah. This one right here. That's 90 is straight up. This is 180. This is 270. So like 235 degrees when you get to that point in the arc, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Okay, we can't see if you drew something, we can't see it.
Oh,
It's
it's
above
up. It's,
where
it's
you're
above.
looking,
It's
Filthy.
above. I was just
Oh.
drawing a
Oh, I see.
calendar
Okay.
to do degrees.
A dex.
Dex saving throw, yes.
And you have guidance still.
Yep.
And then I'll add that d4.
What is guidance? Is it skill check or saving throw? Is that what guidance is?
It's
Ability
so-
check.
Oh, so not a saving throw?
So not a saving throw, so I can't add it to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So
I have +6 in that, and I rolled a 9.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So as you swing past this orb and it casts your shadow on one of the whichever wall, an arrow flies out of the wall and sinks into your side, and you take 2d6 piercing damage.
And I kind of look around like it didn't come from me. I'm kind of a little shocked.
Yeah, you're just suddenly hit by an arrow like from the side, and you don't know what the fuck's going on. So let me roll 2d6 here.
This is the number of times you die.
Take 9 points of piercing damage, and you land safely on the other side with the rope in
Well,
hand.
relatively safely. He's been hit with an arrow.
Yeah, you got dinged with an arrow a little bit. It didn't sink into you, but it's kind of cut one of your arms a little bit, real good.
Okay. I throw it back.
All right, so when you throw the rope back,
Put a weight
Couple
on,
more-
weight it a little bit so it gets some swing, but yeah.
yeah.
How
as
clear?
you do that-
Wait. In fact, I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Mhm.
Wait, no, that's not gonna work because
Could
it's
be
Oh,
a
I-
beholder up there.
Yeah, how high are you heading up these
like I
stairs?
don't know, like 10, 15 feet, so I can see clearly where they are.
Yeah. All right, so as you get about
Does
15 feet
waiting
up
a
there,
rope make it swing?
there's a hole that opens above you. Like these stairs get progressively more steep, and there's like you can see the ceiling of a cave room up in there, but you can't see anything on the floor quite yet. It clearly leads to another chamber.
I'm gonna attach it to a bolt and I'm gonna fire it back with my crossbow.
Fantastic. So as you do that, like when it gets to
I
about
put
the same-
Liza in front of me.
you can make an attack roll for me, and then when the bolt gets to about the same point in the arc that you did, another arrow flies out of the wall. It doesn't hit the bolt, but it flies out, clanks against the other wall, and then falls into the pit.
All right.
Watch out, chaps! There's a trap.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. It sunk. It sunk safely into the rock right here.
Well,
Like,
I think I'm gonna throw it back with no one on it and see if we can. I mean, this is a trap. It's not gonna have an infinite number of arrows, right? So maybe we just swing it back a couple times and run it out of bullets, and then go ourselves.
Let's tie a rope to it, like another rope,
Yeah.
so that we can pull it back if it gets stuck in the middle.
Yep. Sounds good.
Like fail to swing it far enough.
Sure.
But yeah, swing it back
are
and
you
forth
are you
as a
are you
trap.
just gonna do it with the rope? Or are you gonna like tie anything off the rope?
I
or
really like the idea about the
Do you
bottom
want
of the
to
rope
try
tying
to
an arrow.
collect the bolts since you only have 20?
Well,
It's level 9
but
range.
we don't have to do it. We don't have to waste a bolt with that. You just tie the
No,
rope to an
collect
arrow.
the bolts that it's shooting at us.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think they're in the pit. I think this defeats the purpose going down the pit, right?
yeah.
Fair enough.
I guess we could mage hand it out or something, but I don't think it's important. I'm not keeping track of them, so if I'm supposed to be keeping track of them, I just
You're fine.
yeah. All right, so we'll tie our rope that hangs from the ceiling, tie that to an arrow, basically the
You got
bottom of that, and I'm gonna just basically shoot it over so it pulls the rope style thing back and forth a little bit. So we're trying to
All
get
right,
it to
you got
swing
it.
back and forth in front of this orb.
Sure thing. So you have to do this for probably about 15 minutes before
Jesus.
this trap runs out of arrows. Like there were a lot of arrows. So it shoots probably like about a dozen arrows out of the wall there, and then as you test it like one or two more times just to make sure it is emptied.
Cool. All right. I'll go across then, or I'll attempt to go across.
I will guidance.
Thank you.
All right.
We
Same
don't-
thing, athletics or acrobatics.
I'll take acrobatics, I guess.
You crush it. Not even remotely hard. You like land and you do a little like unfurling sort of thing, like almost like a dance move or something.
Oh, about time you made it. What are you doing over there?
I was giving a pep talk to
Mhm.
Mirto's Taurus over there. He's a bit worried about what
Now
he's
that my
gonna
party
do.
can't see me, I'm going to cast Death Ward on myself.
All
It
right.
says a duration of 8 hours. If
Yep.
I would drop to 0 hit points, I instead drop to 1 hit point and the spell ends.
You got it, dude.
All right. Well,
And I will guidance myself. I believe I can do this.
yeah.
I have
You
to touch a
absolutely
willing
can,
creature.
yes. You can guidance
Okay.
yourself.
You can
correct.
touch yourself.
And I will attempt to. Where do I touch myself?
No, I said you can touch yourself.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, you can touch yourself anywhere you want. I give you permission, Steve.
Thank you.
That's lucky. All right.
Such a great DM.
Yeah.
So I get to choose an acrobatics or athletics roll.
Yeah, take your choice.
Yes. And Link,
I am
With
For the one that's
going
not a disadvantage.
to.
push, pull, drag, right?
I think of the rope as an animal, and I'm going to think back on my time riding horses in the forest.
Sure.
You can think of what you
Um,
like.
Add 4. You can roll a dice. Yeah, that should be alright, right? Maybe?
Yeah. You got it.
15.
Nailed it. It was a DC 15.
Nice.
All
Got
right.
it. You make it
He comes
onto
over with
the
a bit
other
more, like-
side of this pit.
A bit more of a sway.
Give
And
you
as
a-
I dismount from the rope, I say "Hyah!" and I slap my own butt.
Fantastic. Sweet. So you guys head up the
The
stairs.
tentacles changed him. Yep, up we go. All right, we'll
All right.
gather as much of our equipment back. You said we have an infinite number of ropes or something, so that's good. So,
Yeah, like
Yep. Sure.
an unreasonable amount of rope on
Oh,
you.
shit,
I'm
I
sure.
deleted the tokens.
Oh,
How did I do that?
let me, let me.
I was
That's
trying to delete the stairs I drew.
disintegrate.
Let me grab the tokens here from the other page where I actually have stuff on it.
I'm a
And-
bit curious why there's
The
a
beholder
staircase
was the
up at
friends
all.
you made along the way.
If you're curious about
Yeah,
that, give
why
me a
is
nature
there a
check.
staircase?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I guess this is. Actually, I know the answer. This is an old dwarven ruin, which is the
Are we gonna
answer
have a
for all
conversation about
stonework.
this?
I'm rolling nature, and we're getting to move on.
I think you're right. It definitely must be a ruin.
Yeah, I hope
yeah,
the GM has prepared backstory here, and this will penalize him for
I'm
making
not
us
so
roll.
sure. These stairs seem very trap-like.
So Harmony and Liza both think that yes, these are very dwarven-looking stairs, and Miratos is like, I don't know what you're talking about. The holders like always have minions. They like to subjugate other things. So
Dwarves.
This is probably for the other things that are living here.
Like
Probably
dwarves.
dwarves to build these stairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Subjugate some
Maybe
dwarves, have
the
them build
dwarves-
for you.
All right, so you guys are headed.
You
up the
need to
stairs.
get outside more often. You do not seem to have much awareness
Well,
of what is going around the world.
If someone didn't keep trapping me in caves by destroying frozen lakes, maybe I would.
All
not
right.
All right, up we go.
Just too heavy.
Up,
Mirror.
you go up into this room.
I am
It's
just big.
it's a very spherical room, and as you get up there, like as you crest the top of the stairs, you notice that there's like a thick layer of ash on those top few staircases as you crest up into this room. And when you get into the room, there are piles of ash,
I just made,
petrified kobolds, dead body parts, blood everywhere. There was a massacre in here. Like,
is this ash
just
something like disintegrate would leave?
yes.
Okay.
Are there any
Just-
animals in the room?
Give me a perception test.
You handle the hell out of it.
Well, you're looking for an animal. You find a cockroach, and it crawls up onto
27.
your finger, very friendly, and it nuzzles into you. It's a little friendly cockroach. I think you can talk to beasts, right?
Yeah, I can. I would like to
Use
ask
your-
the cockroach to fly toward the source of danger in this room.
Link your race feature that lets you do that. I need to know what it allows you to do.
Could you
can
just
understand
task
the meaning
him
of
with killing the
words.
beholder?
Okay, so in this room you see another he flies off to the left here.
Hold on.
And
Doesn't he have to be persuaded then with this if he has advantage in all charisma checks? So that's not animal handling at all. It looks like that would be a persuasion test of some sort.
I'm letting him do the animal handling. It's fine. I'll let him use it. I gave it to him. He's using it.
Sure, cockroaches are known to run towards danger naturally and willingly.
No, he likes this guy. He likes the look of him because this cockroach was terrified of what happened in here. He's the only one left of his entire tribe of cockroach. And
Small cockroach, I am here to free you of this danger.
so he flies.
You can have this cake.
He flies around through these petrified kobolds and some of this ash, loops around the outside of the room to the other side, and then he flies up to the wall, right there, and he kind of crawls around a rock into a hole and then comes back out from there, and then flutters up, directly up, and kind of does one of these where he bounces up a few times to indicate that there is another vertical shaft right there as well. As the hole
Are there any
described.
spells that are delayed explosion that you can cast on a creature?
There is delayed fireball, yeah. Or it's
Yeah.
I wish we had that.
Yeah.
You're gonna trap the cockroach.
The cockroach would survive. Cockroaches would be fine.
All right, so you guys follow this cockroach over there, presumably because he's kind of hanging out. And this room is disturbing. There is probably 100 dead kobolds in here that you can see, corpse remains from 100 dead kobolds. There's probably hundreds of cubic feet's worth of ash in here as well, and a number of just bloody pools. So as you approach where this cockroach is standing, you look up. There's a vertical shaft that leads about 100 feet up, and you, Liza, can just barely see that it does indeed lead into another chamber. This hole this cockroach crawled into appears to be the chamber to open a door. What would you like to do?
It appears to be a chamber to open a door. What does that mean?
Like there's like a little like hole in the wall that you can put your hand in, and you can feel a button in there. When you press it, like you can see the outline of a door form in the rock.
Okay.
Very smart cockroach.
Yeah, he's the smartest cockroach in history.
Very well, ladies. I will stay behind and open the door. You usher forth. I'm sure I will catch up.
Right. So that door has been triggered then?
Yeah. Are you opening it? You open the door and you see it open into another cave, back the direction that, like, relatively if you were it entered this cavern system from the east, it's headed back to the east. So it goes down a small flight of stairs, and in the rock you can see like a number of holes roughly the size of a cantaloupe in the floor.
Sure, a standard measure,
a
unit
small
of measure
or
here.
large cantaloupe.
I don't know. I put my fingers
The
together.
old
It's
cantaloupe
like,
catacombs. I know them
this,
anywhere.
Like this big around, like cantaloupe size.
The resting place of many a brave cockroach, the cantaloupe caverns. What do we want to do with this?
Are you guys going down?
So it
those-
might. I mean, that would
down
launch a
the
very large projectile. If we feel like holes in the walls are from projectiles being launched, can you have your cockroach fly across, maybe?
Yeah.
Just in case it does launch cantaloupe-sized like
Did
ballista
the
at us.
cockroach come back? I don't know.
He actually not only flies.
He's not my slave. He is a willing creature of his own motives and desires.
Give me a
We'll
investigation.
make him
check.
desire to help us.
All of you guys, let's go.
Do what, sorry?
Investigation. Miratos, you're just crushing it today. Just crushing it.
Taurus, not Tosis.
Damn it! I can't not do that. I
That's
need
17.
to change that character name for when I play the next time. So you can see that these holes look very similar to the murder holes that human beings use and other races of men use to shoot things through holes. They look like they're going back down, looking in above the room that you just crossed with all those stakes, though.
Oh, so we're above the room we just crossed? So we could drop things into that room?
That's what it looks like, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, if you go look down through one of those holes, you can see light sort of peering up through those holes. And presumably, they look like they were carved out the same way the rest of the cavern system are. So
Sure.
if you had to hazard a guess, probably for the beholder to shoot laser beams through.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we sent Harmony first. I mean, I'm glad the beholder wasn't here. So, yeah, I guess any reason to... I mean, we'll look around this room, but if there's no reason to tarry, there's no reason to tarry. We'll keep moving.
Let's keep going.
All right. Fantastic. So you can go up the cliff through that room. There's a hole up there, and then there's the hole that you just came into the room. I'm sorry, I didn't give you the whole description of this room because you were so
yeah. So the other
rolls.
one was about... I don't remember how high up you said it was. Like to
it looked
go.
about 100 feet straight up.
So we probably got at least 40 of those by going to this room. I assume
Yes.
that hole carries through this room and continues up.
Yep,
All right.
it very much does.
What does the side of the wall look like? Totally smooth, nice like handholds.
It's pretty rough.
Elevator.
In contrast to earlier, the floor and the ceiling in like that spike pit room looked very, very smooth. This looks very rough. Like there's random digs into it. It looks like at some
Dwarves?
point there was a. It looks like at some point the beholder was in a fight with something or was just like going completely insane because like there are just like swirl patterns all through this fucking wall. Like he was just spinning in the
It could
wind.
be art. Okay.
Yep. So what would you guys like to do?
That seems not too bad for climbing if there's just random holes all over.
You guys do still have I put it in the chat log at the start of the session. You have anybody add those to your inventory, the potions?
No. What was this?
You had some consumables. I didn't put them in any one specific because I didn't know what characters.
Oh.
3 healing potions.
You have 3 healing
Superior
potions and
Single
a
scroll of
arcane.
arcane.
What's
Yep.
Arcane Gate?
It's a level 6 cleric spell, I think.
Oh.
All right,
Good job, you brought a cleric. You create 2 linked portals, one at a point within 10 feet of you and another at a point within 500 feet. If the space is occupied by a creature, the spell fails. The portals are 2-dimensional rings equal to 10 feet in diameter. So it's a portal gun in a scroll.
Is it instant? Can we keep running back and forth? How long does it last? Is it concentration?
Can I cast it to next to the beholder?
Concentration 10 minutes, 500 feet.
Yep.
On your turn, you can rotate the rings as a bonus action.
Huh.
Okay, so we could use that to.
We
if
could.
We could see all the way to the top, but that might add.
I can, but he
You can. Yep, you can. You could.
Man, so this beholder is gonna be like 160 feet above a pit of spikes, and nobody brought like a bind spell to stop it from flying.
Yeah, why? That's a really good point. We're fighting a fucking beholder. Why don't we have any sort of anti-flying magic? Surely someone would have that. Do I even have access to that as a ranger?
The warlock has fly. The sorcerer has fly. The wizard has hold monster and fly.
Yeah, but
right?
which one of us has Earthbind?
I've got.
Yeah, Earthbind would be a good one.
I've got hold monster.
Yeah, you got hold monster too. So.
Only one though, and if I use that, I can't use my only offensive spell.
Who has Earthbind? What classes?
Wizard.
Fuck, is it only wizard?
So, do you want to take the superior ones each, and I'll take the 2 small ones? Oh, I know. Okay, maybe if I take 2 of the small ones, and then someone else takes a small.
I'll take a superior and a healing potion.
Sure, I'll take a superior.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, you can try to climb up this. You guys do have 2 potions of climbing as well, so I can.
Climbing is the easiest way to die in this thing.
Well, yeah, but I think all of us are good at athletics and or acrobatics.
How do I share this?
Good one. That's a good one. Filthy.
So we could just, do that.
What does it
All right, I will attempt to climb. I'll go first.
You got it. Give me an.
I look particularly cocky and
How about a
confident,
guidance?
even in the face of certain death.
Give me an
I'll
athletics
guidance
test
myself.
here.
I'll guidance myself, and then I will
Fine.
athletics up the shaft.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me an athletics test.
You want to drink the potion?
No problem. You make it. You're climbing up there. It's gonna take a while to get to the top. Probably about 10 minutes. But it's because it's
Yes,
slow
I will
going.
drink
You're
the potion.
armor. Oh, you have a advantage. Then roll again.
What potion?
We have to-
One of the athletic. One of the.
The one I just drank.
Okay, yeah. Same thing. It's gonna take you about 10 minutes to get
2
to the top.
potions of climbing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 2 potions of climbing.
Okay. All right, I'd like to go
For
as
1
well.
hour.
All right. Same thing.
Isn't he Tabaxi as well? Or is that the other one they didn't end up
Oh,
using?
yeah, that's the warlock and the sorcerer.
Okay. I'll just
No,
blow by him.
I'm a big
Yep.
guy.
You blow by him. You have no problems. Harmony, are you coming with?
You think we'll need to climb again?
No,
Lasts an hour, that potion.
it
so-
lasts an hour. There's
Yeah,
no we're
use it,
gonna
might
need
as
to
well.
climb an hour from now.
I mean, the boulder's gonna kill us. We're not gonna need to climb after that. So.
Yep, you get up there. Not a problem. So you get up there. It takes Eliza gets up there a little bit before the 2 of you. You enter a room filled with just fine art, statues, paintings. There's items everywhere: swords and maces and suits of armor.
Any bows?
Piles of gold. Give me an investigation check.
Sure. Okay.
And there's also a hole on the opposite side of the room leading down and a straight drop. There are 2 bows.
Any of them look magical, like runes on them, enchantments, fancy glowing gems, talking voices, eyeballs, things like that?
Give me an athletics check from you. There's also a very large mirror in this room.
Athletics is what you asked me about?
Arcana, excuse me, I misspoke.
Okay.
One of them does indeed look magical, as does this mirror in the
Where's
corner
the
that
mirror?
catches your eye. Yes.
What's it like? Like a big, kind of like a hand mirror or a big mirror?
It's like a 5x5 mirror. Like it's very big, very ornate, silver silver, like curled little griffin symbols.
I am
inside
immediately
shit.
drawn to this as I see there's a mirror in the room, and I walk
Nothing can possibly go wrong from
Alright,
looking
so
at a
as you-
magical mirror.
As you walk towards this mirror,
in. Can I identify it as a magical object, like just with my
yeah,
arcana as I'm looking at it?
it's clearly magical. Especially because as you walk towards it, you don't see your own reflection. Instead, there is a reflection of a human man in this mirror, and he starts screaming at you, just like, "You shouldn't be here! You shouldn't be here! He's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill you! You shouldn't be here!"
I'm gonna like go up and like touch the mirror
Yeah, see if you can change the channel.
and see
It
if I
is-
can like.
It's cold. It's cold to the touch, like frigid, like
I'm gonna
40
just
40
wave
low.
gently and say, "Could you be a bit quieter, please?"
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah, he agrees to quiet down, and in fact he stops talking, and he sits down and just starts shaking his head, but he does quiet down.
Do I recognize what sort of magical object this is? And is this person like trapped in here or something? Or
Give me an Arcana test.
that's +2. So that roll.
I'll give you guidance on this one.
Pew!
Thanks. So yes, that's 18 plus. Whoop.
21. Nice. Yeah, this guy is presumably trapped in this mirror, and you know that mirrors like this, when someone is trapped in them, time doesn't pass normally for them. So this guy could have been here for 100,000 years or 10 minutes. You have no idea.
Do I know how to break them out?
Do we want to?
I'm just curious.
I mean, would the Lich like that? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Lich is against all
If
life
you-
in general.
Yes. Yes, inside the mirror.
Very much so, yes.
I'm going to pick up the mirror and try to smash it.
All right, give me a strength test.
Can he pick the mirror up? Is it too heavy for him?
Oh, he's got it. Yeah, you pick up this mirror and you smash it against
Be free!
glass side down
Be
or glass
free,
side
friendly
up.
man!
Is the glass
Yeah,
side down or the glass side up? It makes a
Glass side
difference.
down.
You have
All
the
right,
affinity for
sweet.
playing characters who are not very intelligent, don't you, Steve?
Yeah. So you smash this mirror into the ground, and the guy tumbles out of this mirror, covered in cuts. And then, like, as you pull this mirror back off him, he says, "Thank you, oh God, thank you." And within 5 seconds, his face just starts to look like it's desiccating, and he's aging
cast,
insanely rapidly.
Death ward on him. Wait, no. I cast remove curse on him?
I think it's.
No.
Do you have anything that prevents
Vivify.
aging? That's speaking what you want to do here.
No. It's fine. He can die.
Hold on. No, Tsui has already said I'm a doctor. I hand him a good berry.
He takes. Are you casting good berries?
Yeah,
Oh fuck!
I'm
He's dying of old age.
Yeah, I'm casting good berry right now.
He takes this and he puts it to his mouth, like as his hair starts to whip around. He says, "I haven't had food in so long," and like as he goes to take a bite of this berry, all of his teeth fall out.
It's a berry. It doesn't need teeth.
Yeah, his teeth just fall out.
He can
come
gum
out with
it.
this berry, and he just starts mushing it in his mouth, and before he can even swallow, his head just cocks to the side, dead.
Can I keep the? Can I get the berry back?
Yeah.
Has he finally finished dying?
Oh, Mira,
He's
you
dead.
always take away all my new friends.
Silence. This is all part of the plan.
Fuck! I only have 2
I would
berries.
like to roll medicine to see if he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. In fact, his
I will
flesh
cast
is like
raise dead on him.
actively. What are the rules for this?
Has he been dead longer than 10 days?
Not really.
Well, he just died, but
Okay.
what are the?
Apparently, it takes me an hour to cast this. So
Yeah, I think that's
go for a
probably
look
the best.
around, guys.
Oh, it's alright. I want to find my bow. Actually, this.
That doesn't. I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually work because he died from natural causes, and I don't think Res Dead matters with that, right?
It works.
Im-
It
If the creature's
Revivify
soul is
does
both
the
willing
work if
and
you
at
roll
liberty to
different
rejoin the
ways
body.
It depends whether his body is still in a state that is livable, or whether his body is just decayed to the point where it can't be
Yeah,
lifted.
like it's well. It only takes like one
So?
finger to do that. Or,
Oh yeah, the
it's-
spell closes
this
all
little-
mortal wounds, but it doesn't restore missing body parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the creature is lacking body parts or organs integral for its survival, its head, for instance, the spell automatically fails. So you wouldn't
Yeah,
cast that. It would auto fail.
It also doesn't remove diseases and old ages. Like it doesn't remove old age either. Whether it's dead. There's like True Resurrection. That's like an 8th level spell that does that, regardless of how old they were.
All right, I want to play with my bow.
There's that stuff like that. Sure, you got it.
I
There's
got
gotta
I have
be
a
a
bow.
way.
What does the bow do?
You want to do? You want to just start attuning to it? Is that
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Yeah. I found the
Alright.
magic bow. You just gave me Arcana on it. Do I know it? I mean, I know it's magical. Do I know more about it than it's just magical? Is it like...
How many degrees of success did you have? Let me scroll up here. It was
I
a
didn't know it was a thing in this game.
1 degree of success. It's not. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I like using it to see how much information people glean myself, but it is imbued with some sort of necrotic energy.
Perfect. I accept.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
want to
start...
attune to this?
Yep. 100%.
All right, cool. Do we want to cut here? I
Yep.
think it's been an hour, right?
That would be
So-
good. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next part, and we'll see if the good berry did its magic and we have a new companion. Talk to you soon.